Hi. So this was a very cool question, and it led to tons of research. So thank you, Carson. That was fun. Um, I was gonna type this all out, but it got really late, and this is faster. So question is, who'd be better at typing, humans or octopi? It's humans by a long shot. You would okay. I switched back and forth several times. I thought it was humans at first because we're kind of like fingers are our whole thing. We lots of tools. We've made lots of tools. That's why we're alive because of the tools we've made. However, I was thinking about octopus, and fun fact about them is that their hearts don't work while they swim, so they prefer to crawl. So they are actually evolved to use a bunch of small, quick movements to get around. And in addition to that, they have a segmented brain. So technically, on some level, all of their limbs think for themselves. So like that's really compelling. It could very much be octopus, even though like we have 10 fingers and they have 8 arms to work with, that like those two traits might make up for it. Uh, but then I was thinking like, well, it's their entire arms that they would be using. Well, we have fingers. Like these are like I would imagine there's a like a difference in energy. Like how would that compare? And I realized that we use tendons, and octopus they use like it, what is it called? It's a muscular hydrostat, where pretty much instead of like one muscle with a tendon being pulled, like a bicep, they have just a ton of muscles in each of their arms. It's exactly like a tongue. A tongue is a muscular hydrostat. So like just move your tongue. That's how. Don't make a gif of that. You're gonna make a gif of that. Whatever. That's how. Um, that's what octopus arms are. So imagine like your entire arm is a tongue. That uses a lot of energy. They have like thinking about like an octopus trying to do that, that's almost their entire body that they would have to be working with constantly. And a lot of things like a lot of people forget that humans are like the endurance animal. Like we don't look it, but like we we can out trek pretty much any other animal. And I would say any other animal. Like we're not as fast, we're not as strong, but we can walk far. And if you think about an octopus, like typing would be really similar to running all day for an octopus, because I mean the water suspends them. So and they would have to be suspended anyway. I guess uh, like they wouldn't have to use suction, but at the same time they don't really like use any effort for suction, because the whole point of suction cups is that you don't like it doesn't use energy. That's why they evolves them. uh and humans, like tendons are so efficient. They're so efficient because it's just like one little thing evolved to like make the use of muscles so much easier. You have elastic energy, and it can move really fast. We only use like what is it like like 3 muscles in here, when like I don't even know how many muscles an octopus would use using their entire body. Someone like a human could type all day. We've all probably done that. An octopus cannot run all day. Like that's they're not meant for that. They're not meant for endurance. It's why you see like a bunch of videos of scuba divers following octopi, and they keep jumping from one place, getting camouflage, jump to another place to get camouflage. They don't try to just swim away indefinitely. That takes a lot of energy. So they could be faster and more coordinated, maybe make less mistakes if everything in this hypothetical was met and they were like smart enough to type and know like that they're trying to outcompete a human. However, they would get exhausted, and humans simply would not. And that I'm really proud of us as a species for being the endurance species, because that's actually a really, really cool fact about humans that we don't really admire enough, is that we can not outpace, but outlast any other animal. Also, keyboards are designed for us, and they're not designed for octopus. I imagine to be really awkward to like try to use a keyboard, especially with where their eyes are. They might have to like position their body, only use one eye, and like especially for the uh the arms near their back, like that would be really awkward to maneuver it around. uh I don't think I'm not sure if they've evolved to like do that specific motion where they try to like have an arm under themselves. Well, like it would be really awkward. It would take a lot of effort where it takes us almost to none. So